Who do you think is the most important player on the 49ers roster?
It is the quarterback of the defense, which is Fred Warner. I think he is by far the most influential and most important player on this team. He's the heart and soul of the defense now. And you saw last year with, obviously Robert Saleh was a big help, but he kind of made that defense not look like a dumpster fire with the role that he had. And, he's paid now as the highest second paid linebacker in the NFL. So there's a little bit more pressure on him now to perform, but given the progression that we've seen from him from year 1 to now year 4, I wouldn't be shocked to see him back in those lists of the All Pros as an All Pro linebacker again for that first team or even on any of these teams. So yeah, Fred Warner easily, I think he's the most important player on the team. Keeps the defense intact with not just his ability to, make tackles and with his low, missed tackling percentage, but his ability to cover as well. He can cover a lot of different guys. He can stick with tight ends. He can stick with running backs really, really well. And, he's not afraid to, let you know how good he is too, which is something that, you like as a, fan of the team. You want to see your players confident, and Fred Warner is a very confident player, and he's the catalyst of this defense.
Yeah, and Fred Warner is really integral for what the 49ers do on defense. And I think really, while I've said this in the past, and I certainly am coming around to believing that the 49ers really don't value corners much, I think they do value coverage. And having a guy like Fred Warner along with Jimmy Ward, who are both excellent coverage players that you can rely on in those type of positions where you don't have to have necessarily the most, greatest shutdown corner ever. It really helps the team. And I think the big thing for me, Vinny, especially with this topic, the way I went about it, the way I feel about the most important players is if the 49ers are going to lose any of these players, how much worse off would they be without them? And I think for this first one, you hit the nail on the head, because if they lose Fred Warner, I think, that defense, the drop off that will happen would be immense. He's the heart and soul of the defense. He hasn't missed a game, and he's the engine that keeps this defense running. So I think Fred Warner, absolutely a great first pick.